Hello, welcome to this video. This time I'm going to talk about shadow work on steroids. Shadow work is something that often sounds very complicated and very convoluted. Often one does not even know where to start. So in this video, I'm going to share a very simple yet extremely powerful way to understand shadow and to transform one's shadow. Now, what is a shadow? A shadow is energy that is tied to a negative opinion, perception, or experience. The more emotional charge that shadow have, the darker it becomes. Negative emotions absorb energy, so we need to feed our energy to our negative emotions. Positive emotions, however, they radiate energy, so we do not really have to donate our energy to have our positive emotions. There's a great difference between these kinds of emotions. And we store a lot of energy in our negative opinions about our world and our past. What shadow work is about is to pull back this energy to ourselves and transform this negative energy into positive momentum. If this is done properly, one's shadow can become the source to one's greatest light. We alchemize the negative into the positive. So how do we do this then? Well, I have a 3-step formula on how we can transform our shadow into light. The first step is awareness. We need to become aware that we have shadows in the first place. Here we move out of hiding. And hiding and trying to repress our shadows is the last thing that we want to do, because there's a great cost of trying to hide from our feelings. The only thing that we actually escape from when we escape from our shadow is that we escape from our truth, our authenticity, and our freedom. Step 2 is to take a good look on your shadow. We want to be curious about everything related to our shadow. What is the worldview that we have that make us give a certain event, a certain person, a certain phenomena a negative spin? We want to know what kind of beliefs do we hold so that we believe that this is something that is negative for ourselves. Step 3 is to rewrite our emotional attachment to the shadow. We want to find reasons why this is actually something that serves us. We rewrite the negative meaning that we have given this thing into a positive meaning by finding reasons why this is actually beneficial for us. An example of how this can look might be if we have a shadow around an ex-partner. Our girlfriend have broken up with us, and this makes us feel very bad. It makes us lose our confidence. We do not feel like we have any value, we feel unattractive, and so on. So this leaves a dent inside of our system, and we project a lot of negative energy towards this person perhaps, or towards this situation, or towards ourselves. We create a shadow around this event, this breakup. Where then can we find any positive in this event? Well, first of all, this might drive us to go to the gym so that we can build a stronger body. This is good for our health and it's good for our energy. Perhaps this gave us motivation to work harder in our career so we can provide for ourselves and eventually for a family. Now we have more value as a man. And now we can attract a new partner. And since we have grown as a person, we can attract a partner that is in resonance with our own frequency. We can start to see that this breakup was actually something that built our character, that was positive for ourselves, because it led to a lot of growth as a result. Another example of how we can rewrite a story might be if I'm angry at politicians. I'm angry at decision makers and authority. I feel like they make decisions that do not benefit me. I cannot trust them. Now, how can this be positive? Well, if I no longer can trust an outside source, I have to trust myself. I cannot trust in experts. I have to become an expert myself. This builds character. This builds skill. When I cannot trust that someone else is going to look after me, I have to look after myself. So here I have the opportunity to grow up. I have the opportunity to become sovereign. This actually becomes a gift. Instead of just waiting for someone else to think for me, I can start to think for myself. And this gives me great freedom. These situations with the politicians actually benefit me, and the situation is positive. Now, what happens then when we cannot find a positive spin on the shadow phenomena? This is when we need a lot of growth. We need to stretch ourselves. We need to expand our understanding and our worldview so that we can start to see how everything serves us. This can take some work. This can take some time until we have expanded and grown so much that we can start to perceive it as positive. And remember, the deeper and the darker the shadow, the brighter the light. The more shadow work we do, the more things we have to transform, the more light we find. When we do a lot of shadow work, we might find that the most positive aspects of our life is directly caused by our darkest shadows. We have gone through the alchemy where we transform the negative into the positive. And this is what shadow work is all about. Now, that was it for this video. Good luck on your shadow work. I hope you find this video beneficial. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.